Hello, hello, English learners from every corner of this amazing globe. Welcome back to the English Academy podcast, the place where we unlock the hidden wisdom and occasional silliness of the English language. I'm your host, Chloe.
And I'm Liam. Oh, Chloe, today we're exploring those fascinating little phrases that native speakers just know. They're like mini lessons in life, packed into a few clever words. But sometimes they can be super confusing if you take them literally.
Exactly. We're talking about sayings, proverbs, and those well-known phrases that everyone seems to use. Like if someone says, "Every cloud has a silver lining," they don't mean a cloud wearing jewelry. Today, we're decoding 5 fantastic sayings, turning confusion into clarity and laughter.
That's right. Get ready to expand your cultural understanding and add some truly authentic phrases to your English toolkit. It's going to be packed with insights, laughs, and those delightful moments when you think, that's what that means. But first, let's hear from our amazing listeners.
You know, Liam, we get so many brilliant messages, and some of them perfectly set up today's topic. We had a message this week from Ricardo in Mexico who said, "My English friend told me not to put all my eggs in one basket. I don't even have eggs. What did he mean?"
Oh, Ricardo, that's a classic. No actual eggs involved, we promise. That's why these sayings are so tricky and so much fun to explore. They're like secret codes for life advice.
Absolutely. And Fatima from Egypt wrote in, "Someone told me when it rains, it pours, but it wasn't raining. Are English people always talking about the weather even when it's sunny?" Fatima, that's hilarious. And no, we're not always talking about the weather, even though it feels like it sometimes. We'll explain that one today.
So, Chloe, are you ready to shed some light on these famous phrases and clear up any misunderstandings?
Oh, I'm ready, Liam. Let's kick off with our first wise and witty saying. Our first saying for today's Wisdom and Witch session is, "A penny for your thoughts."
Let me see. A penny for your thoughts. So, Chloe, am I supposed to offer someone a coin when they're quiet? Like a payment for their brain activity?
You could, Liam, but it's not literal. A penny for your thoughts is a polite and friendly way to ask someone what they're thinking about, especially if they seem quiet or lost in thought. You're inviting them to share their ideas or feelings.
So it's a gentle nudge. Like if you're sitting with a friend and they're staring into space, instead of saying, "What are you thinking exactly?" you could say, "A penny for your thoughts, my friend."
Exactly. It's much softer and more inviting. It shows you care what's on their mind. It's a very old saying, and back when a penny was worth more, it was like offering a small payment for a valuable idea.
So, if I'm looking really deep in thought right now, you might ask me, "A penny for your thoughts, Liam." And my thoughts would probably be, "I'm thinking about what we're having for lunch."
Perfect. So, listeners, next time someone looks pensive, offer them a penny for your thoughts. You might hear something interesting. That's a great start to our wise sayings. Now, Liam, are you ready for our second saying, which is all about careful planning?
I'm ready, Chloe. I'm hoping it involves actual baskets because I just bought a new one. Our second famous saying for today is, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket."
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So, Liam, if I only have one basket, is it okay, or do I need more eggs?
This one trips up so many people because of the eggs. But no, it's not about actual eggs or baskets. This saying means, don't risk everything on a single plan, investment, or opportunity. It's about diversifying, to spread your risks around.
So it's about being cautious. Like if you're applying for jobs, you wouldn't just apply to one company, even if it's your dream job. You'd apply to many, right?
Exactly. You wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket by relying on just that one job offer. Or if you have all your money, you wouldn't invest every single dollar in just one stock. You would spread your investments out because if that one stock fails, you lose everything.
Ah, it's practical wisdom. Imagine you're carrying all your eggs, your hopes and dreams, in one fragile basket, and you drip. Ah, all broken.
A dramatic example, Chloe. So, listeners, this saying is a reminder to always have a backup plan, or at least a few different baskets for your figurative eggs.
2 wise and egg-free sayings down. Now, Liam, are you ready for our third saying, which is all about staying positive?
I think I know this one. It's for those gloomy days.
Our third saying is, every cloud has a silver lining.
Every cloud has a silver lining. So, Chloe, are we literally talking about shiny clouds, like clouds with glitter on them?
Oh, I wish clouds had glitter. That would be amazing. But no, this saying means that every difficult, unpleasant, or sad situation has some positive or hopeful aspect to it, even if it's not immediately obvious. It's about finding the good in the bad.
Ah, so it's a message of optimism. Like if you lose your job, which is a very dark cloud, the silver lining could be that you now have time to start that business you always dreamed of.
Precisely. Or if your vacation gets canceled, the silver lining might be that you save money, or you discover a beautiful place closer to home you never knew existed. It encourages you to look for the hidden good.
So even if it feels like a really dark, stormy day, remember that somewhere there's a little bit of light trying to shine through. That's the silver lining.
Exactly. So listeners, next time you're facing a tough situation, try to find your silver lining. There's usually something positive to learn or gain from it. Well, Liam, what great wisdom we're sharing today. Now for our fourth saying, one that's about knowing your limits.
I think I know this one. It's for those gloomy days. Our fourth saying today is bite off more than you can chew.
Bite off more than you can chew. So is this for when I try to eat a giant sandwich, Liam?
Well, that is one literal way to use it, Chloe. If you put too much food in your mouth, you've literally bitten off more than you can chew. But figuratively, this saying means to take on a task or responsibility that is too difficult or too much for you to handle.
Ah, so it's about overextending yourself. Like if I decide to learn 5 new languages, start a new business, and train for a marathon all in the same month.
Exactly. You would definitely be biting off more than you can chew. Or if you promise your boss you can finish a huge project in one day, when you know it actually takes a week, you've taken on too much.
Okay, so it's a warning against being overly ambitious or just simply not knowing your own limits. It's better to do a few things well than to bite off more than you can chew and do nothing well.
Precisely. So listeners, be realistic with your time and energy. Don't bite off more than you can chew in your English studies either. Take manageable steps.
Fantastic. We're almost at the end of our wise sayings journey. Now, Liam, for our fifth and final saying, one that relates back to our love for the weather.
Ooh, I love a good weather saying, especially when it's not actually about the weather.
Our fifth and final saying for today is, when it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it pours. So, Chloe, is this about very heavy rain, like raining cats and dogs from episode 3?
Great connection, Liam. It can be used to describe very heavy rain, but its more common idiomatic meaning is that when one bad thing happens, other bad things tend to happen at the same time, making the situation even worse. It means troubles often come in multiples.
Ah, so it's about a string of bad luck. Like if your car breaks down, like we talked about in episode 4, and then you get a flat tire, and then you realize you left your wallet at home.
Exactly. That's a classic when it rains, it pours situation. Or if you're having a really stressful week at work, and then your computer crashes, and then you get a huge unexpected bill, it feels like everything bad is happening at once.
So it's not about actual water falling from the sky, but about a shower of unfortunate events. It's a way to describe those moments when you think, can anything else go wrong?
Exactly. So, listeners, next time you're having a particularly rough day, you can sigh and say, when it rains, it pours. Wow, Liam, what a fantastic set of sayings today. A penny for your thoughts, don't put all your eggs in one basket, every cloud has a silver lining, bite off more than you can chew, and when it rains, it pours. We've explored so much wisdom and wit.
We really have. And remember, everyone, the best way to master these sayings is to listen for them in everyday conversation, movies, or songs, and then try to use them. Context is your biggest clue.
Absolutely. The more you interact with these phrases, the more naturally they'll become part of your understanding. It's like unlocking secret levels in your English learning journey.
And speaking of interacting, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these sayings was your favorite? Have you ever heard one that confused you? Or perhaps you have a funny story about trying to use one? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your stories and seeing your progress.
Yes, your feedback and stories are what keep us going and inspire new episodes. We're truly grateful for this global community we're building.
Before we wrap up, Chloe, what's one final piece of encouragement you'd give to someone trying to use these sayings?
I would say start with just one. Pick the one that resonates most with you and try to use it a few times this week. Don't worry about being perfect, just try to incorporate it into your English. It's all about making progress, not achieving instant perfection.
Excellent advice. And I'd add, enjoy the cleverness of these phrases. They're little bits of English culture and history, and understanding them is a huge step in sounding truly native.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much for joining us on this fun, wise, and very witty episode of the English Academy podcast. We're truly grateful for this global community we're building.
We'll be back next week with more engaging content, more essential vocabulary, and of course, more fun. Until then, keep practicing, keep exploring, and keep believing in yourselves.
Bye, everyone. Stay curious.
See you next time.